Dear colleagues, I would like to thank the organizers for inviting me to present to you the Hellenic Society of Fertility and Sterility. It's an immense pleasure and a great privilege to do that, as it represents the oldest society dealing with human reproduction. Here we can see the official document with which the Hellenic Society of Sterility and Fertility was established in 1969 here in Athens by the most prominent gynecologists of the time who were dealing with human infertility. It is important to note that, as we can see here, of course, it's in Greek, but I will translate that for you. On Article 3, one of the main missions, goals of the Hellenic Society was to join and collaborate with the International Federation of Fertility Societies, IFFS. So we can see that even from that early days, the Hellenic Society decided to join the international community and particularly IFFS. Another thing that I would like to point out at this point is that IFFS and FIGO were all established by almost the same people, and particularly de Watteville. Professor de Watteville was a key figure at the time, and it is interesting that their bylaw, their articles of incorporation were similar. So they were mentioning that the Congress of the Society of the Federation would take place every 3 years, and during the Congress there would be elections for the new executives. And the Hellenic Society adopted exactly the same principles. So triennial Congress with election of the new board during these congresses. It's interesting how these things ran back almost 50 or more years. Now, the past presidents of the Hellenic Society included Dr. Danezis, who was again educated in the US and has published and was doing research in reproductive medicine, at that time sterility as it was called. Dr. Komninos, who was again a very prominent figure in the field of infertility, with a lot of treating a lot of couples, but also doing surgery, which was the only solution for women with problems in their tubes. Professor Mantalenakis, who also did a lot of research in the Worcester Foundation for 2 years in order to get expertise especially in implantation, but also the reproductive processes. And he was also treating couples. Then Professor John Bontis, who also was trained in the UK with Bob Winston on microsurgery at the time and laparoscopy. So he was seeing a lot of couples that had problems with their infertility, but particularly women who had problems with their tubes. And then it was me, the last president before the current one, as we can see in the current president that I'll show you in a minute. The current executive committee is consisted by, the president is Professor George Pados from the University of Thessaloniki. The Secretary General is Professor Kolibianakis, also from the University of Thessaloniki. Treasurer is Dr. Makrakis from Athens. And the members are two also very prominent professors, Professor Antonakis from the University of Patras and Professor Dafopoulos from the University of Larissa. They have both trained in reproductive medicine, together, of course, with Dr. Makrakis and Professor Kolibianakis, who has a lot of research in the field, and Professor Pados, who is also working in the field of reproductive medicine and also particularly in reproductive surgery, endoscopic surgery, with a lot of experience in laparoscopic and hysteroscopic operations. Now, the activities of the society include, as I mentioned in the beginning, triannual congresses, and the last one took place in last June 2021. It was actually the first congress that took place mostly in person, but also in a hybrid format, and it was very successful. Educational courses which run through the year, but also cover the years in between the triennial congress, which aim to educate colleagues, especially from those who are doing general OBGYN, to train them in the new developments in reproductive medicine. And these take place in different cities of Greece, so that all our colleagues from all parts of Greece have the opportunity to be exposed to the new developments of reproductive medicine. A third one is monographies that have been published and are used by colleagues to help them, but also guidelines, which is extremely important today in order to lead our colleagues, to give them modern, the most recent evidence concerning our specialty. Advocacy for women, advocacy for infertile couples, but also interventions with proposals to the National Authority of Medically Assisted Reproduction in Greece, in order to improve the legal framework of assisted reproduction in Greece. And finally, advisory role, or advisory to the ministry or to other authorities concerning issues and problems that have to do with our specialty. As we can see, the Hellenic Society is very active and has produced a lot of important work over the years, and has in its members the leading figures of our country in reproductive medicine. In that capacity, the Hellenic Society of Fertility and Sterility is actively participating in this virtual congress, but it will be even more active and in participating next year in the congress, hopefully in person, the big congress that will be the continuation of the hybrid congress that we'll have this year, next year in Athens at the Megaron in September of 2023. We are all looking forward to that. The program is extremely exciting, has pre-congress courses, hands-on, theoretical. At the same time, it has live surgery discussions during the Congress, and many important sessions, especially the trilogies, which are kind of standard for IFFS, where issues are addressed from the basic science point of view, the clinical application point of view, and also an overall assessment from different other aspects like ethics or whatever. So also we will have the many important lectures, keynote lectures from experts around the globe. Therefore, before finishing, I would like to invite all of you to join us next year in Athens, September 2023, for the continuation of this year's Congress of IFFS 2022, and we hope to see you all there and have a magnificent in-person Congress that we have all missed so much. Thank you very much, and enjoy this virtual meeting this year. Thank you.